Okay, are we back? We're gonna find out. You can't spell the word reset. Okay, I think we are good. I'm going to sit here for a moment or two to make sure that nothing happens to the quality. Are we good? I'm not exactly sure what happened, but either the timing happened well or the reset fixed things. I never know what to make of it. Okay, let's watch Lorenz get himself completely annihilated by Catherine.
That sword you wear upon your hip, how did you come by it exactly?
I don't appreciate your tone. Are you implying I swiped it off someone?
Not at all, but heroes' relics are typically passed down through the bloodlines of the 10 elites. You are descended from a noble family, are you not?
That's none of your business.
Actually.
Let's say I was a nobody, with no relic, no crest. I would still be me, wouldn't I? That's not to say lineage counts for nothing. It just doesn't count as much as how you lived your life and what you live for. Or, let's say I was descended from some noble house. Would that change how you treat me?
Yes, it would. To treat you differently from the common folk would only be appropriate.
You're so narrow-minded, tied down by foolish, antiquated notions.
But the nobility and the common folk are different. If the few did not have capabilities to set them apart from the many, then they would not be the few.
Wow. You really think nobles are better than everyone else, don't you?
I didn't mean to suggest...
You pay so much attention to people's lineage and status that you have no idea who they actually are. Even if I was from the prestigious house whatever, I would never associate with a blowhard like you.
Bro. That's about as good as I expected that to go. Raphael can hang out. Oh, wait, him and Ignatz ever finished their bro bonding? Or him and Marianne. Okay, I want to, let's go Ignatz first. I didn't realize they were never finished.
Hey, Raphael. Reading a letter?
Well, if it isn't old Ignatz. I got a message here from my sis.
Oh, a letter from Maya. I haven't seen her in so long. I bet she's all grown up.
Nah, she's still a shrimp. It's been a while since I saw her. But she's probably only up to your shoulders.
Wow. I can't believe she's gotten that tall.
I wrote to tell her about how we're friends again. Do you remember this?
Is that the picture I drew for her?
She sent it along with the letter. I guess she held on to it since we were kids. All right, that's enough looking. She said to show it to you and send it right back.
Welcome back, guys.
To think she's handling my little doodle with such reverence. That warms my heart. I remember the day I gave Maya that drawing. She looked so happy. Before then, I never knew I could make people happy with art. It was a revelation.
They're busting Micah.
I've been drawing and painting ever since, in hopes of becoming an artist one day.
You're much better now, so it must be paying off. I bet you could be a real artist.
No, that's not possible, I'm
Oh my
afraid.
God.
I have to consider my
Bro, I
parents'
want to throw
wishes.
you out the window.
Who cares what your parents want? It's not like you're a noble or nothing. Your fate is your own.
Huh. You think so?
I know so. And I'm gonna support you with whatever dream you got. Okay, let me see. What's the first step to follow your dreams? Oh, got it. You should paint me.
Paint you?
Yeah, I want my little sis to know how good I'm doing here. So I gotta send her proof. Plus, she'll be doubly impressed if it's a painting you made.
Good point. I can certainly try to capture your likeness. I'll paint you with a warm, cheerful expression on your face to bring Maya comfort.
My face? No way. You gotta get my muscles in there. Mostly my chest and arms.
Are you sure that's what she'd want to see?
Wait, before you start painting, I gotta get me a
Oh
little
my
more
God.
training in. If my muscles aren't bulging, then what's the point?
I'm not sure about this.
Bro, that's an interesting final rank between those two. Lysithea and Ignat, that's the only ones left for that one, so let's do that. Let him cook.
Hey,
Oh, Lysithea.
How did you suddenly get into my room?
Something I can do for you?
can you help me out with my shopping?
Yes, of course. You need me to carry stuff?
Actually, can you pick up some tea for me? I'd do it, but I'm drowning in work.
You're so busy you can't go shopping. Okay. Do you have a favorite kind of tea?
I'm not too picky. I just like having it around, really. Whatever's cheapest works for me. Here's some money.
One question. Why me? You don't really need my help
Breaking,
for this.
breaking and entering is illegal, Lysithea.
I just thought I could lean on you a bit. You know, rather than trying to do everything on my own.
Right, I see. Well, good. I'm glad you decided to approach me. But for this particular task, you might be better off doing it yourself.
Wait, what?
Oh?
There are so many different kinds of tea, and I'm not very discerning. Well, what if I get you one you don't like? When I do my own shopping, I pick a tea at random. Otherwise, I'd be paralyzed by all the choices. It's the same with food. Sometimes I stare and stare at the options and never decide.
You look like you were doing just fine when you went to get groceries the other day.
I really had to push myself to do that alone. I don't think I can do that
Wait,
again.
wait, what?
Sorry.
Uh-huh. So, you've stopped trying to do things on your own, then?
Yeah. Still, though. For today, how about you have some of my tea? If that'll do.
Sounds nice, sure. Do you mind brewing mine?
What is this conversation?
Okay. Though I can't do it as skillfully as Lawrence, I'm afraid. I'll get it ready right away. Feel free to start focusing on your work.
Is this flirting? I do not know. She's so pretty.
What?
I mean, you seem plenty reliable to me.
I do. Really? How so?
You're fun, you're easy to be around, and you rarely complain when you help
Wait,
others.
what is happening?
Well, I'm just pouring you some tea. I'm not sure that qualifies as help.
He's got the wrist.
It's not easy for me to rely on people, but with you, it's different.
Well, there aren't many things I can do, frankly. What I can do, I will do. So if you need anything, ask me, and I'll try to help.
You really are unreliable, as it turns out. Guess I'll just have to take your
Bro,
word.
wait, what is happening? What just happened? That was an S rank? Or A rank? What? I'm so confused. Hilda and Sadith.
Oh, it's Sedith. I'd better slip away before he...
Ah, I see you are indulging in a bit of reading. You are fond of books, I take it?
Yes, reading's one of my favorite pastimes. I was just finishing up, actually, so I think I'll...
That is most
Oh no.
fortuitous.
I don't like that look in his eyes. That little granny ass. You're in trouble.
Fortuitous? How do you figure?
Come with me. I have a story to share with you.
So, they all...
Once upon a time, deep in the cold mountains, there lived a lazy fox and an industrious squirrel.
Bro, Sadith.
The squirrel worked tirelessly all day long, while the fox did nothing but lounge around and play. When autumn came, the squirrel hurriedly gathered up acorns for the winter. But the fox continued to play.
I feel
without
like I've
care.
heard a variation of this before.
A biting winter fell upon the land. The mountains, caked in snow, concealed all nourishment from sight. The hungry fox went to the squirrel's dwelling, but the squirrel had locked up tight and gone to sleep. Every so often, the squirrel would wake, enjoy a nibble of an acorn, and then return to an easy slumber. The fox on the other hand, with nowhere else to turn, was forced to scrounge
Base
for food
squirrel.
in the bitter cold of the forest. Forlorn and hungry, he wandered in solitude all through the winter, until spring came once more. And so it is to this very day that foxes are denied the comforts of hibernation.
Ah, I really learned something about foxes.
Bro, she's just so uncomfortable.
I read lots of fairy tales like that when I was little. But the lazy fox and the industrious squirrel, huh? That one I don't think I've heard before.
Bro, her line delivery is so good.
That is not surprising, considering I wrote it.
Oh, you wrote it?
I did. When Flane was young, she loved fairy tales more than anything. I would read them to her often. This one, however, is a more recent creation. I wrote it for the benefit of the children in the monastery. So, what do you think? I'm curious to hear what sort of impression it made on you.
It's so cute.
You found it to be cute?
The monastery is a ruined setting.
I can just see it now. You writing fairy tales for your little sister. That's just the cutest thing. Honestly, to me, you usually come across as stern and overly perceptive. But now I know you have a sweet side too. I feel like I'm seeing you in a whole new light.
That is not what I was hoping to hear.
Okay. She isn't afraid anymore. Marianne and Hanneman? Okay.
I should head back.
Finished with your training, Miss Marianne?
Oh, Professor Henneman. Yes, I've just finished training for the day.
You have merely completed the exercises assigned to you, yes? Nothing more? Or am I wrong?
Yes. I'm sorry. I should have done more.
No, please. You've done as you were asked. Quite solid work, child. I simply wish to ask a question.
Oh no.
You possess a crest, do you not? When you entered the Officers' Academy, your father submitted a request to the monastery, as well as a significant donation. Your father asked that your crest not be confirmed, under any circumstances. At first, I thought he did not want the world to know that his daughter bore no crest. In your father's position as a newly minted noble, it would be most advantageous for his daughter to possess a crest.
Bro, we're back at the part of the story where, like, everyone just talks about her. Her dad. Or not dad.
However, I am now certain I was wrong. I believe you do, in fact, possess a crest of some sort.
Oh, God.
How did you find out?
I have been called the Father of Crestology, which is a bit of an ostentatious title, I admit. However, a brief period of observation allows me to hazard a usually accurate guess as to whether a body houses a crest or not. With the knowledge of your father's actions and my own observations, I come to you with a warning. As a crest bearer, you are guaranteed to have certain talents. It is prudent to study your crest diligently to ensure your safe mastery of these talents, whatever they may prove to be.
No. I have no talents.
Oh yes, you do. No matter how hard you may try to hide it, my sight is keener than that. And what I see, others will eventually notice as well. Those who hold power must wield it in the service of their fellow man, Miss Marianne. I believe that is true, whether you are peasant or noble. And doubly true, I would say, for those with crests. Or do you think I'm wrong? On principle alone, it is a waste to allow a rare talent to remain.
Okay,
dormant.
Boomer.
I would like very much to advise you to aid your understanding of your crest. Will you accept my offer?
No, I refuse.
Runs away.
That is regrettable. A veritable tragedy, Miss Marianne.
I feel like this scene doesn't make as much sense now that we know the truth, but okay. Okay. Leone and Raphael. Okay.
Hey, writing to your sister
I keep
again?
forgetting that we have an A rank to some of these.
You bet. Gotta reply to these things as soon as they come in.
You had one last week, too. It's great to see you're both so good about staying in touch. It's especially important when there's a war going on.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. My sister wrote to say how much she loved the painting supplies you sent.
Good. I'm glad gathering those pigments paid off.
You even made her a brush. I really appreciate you doing all that for her.
I was fascinated with painting at that age. I was a pretty artistic kid, if you can believe it. Not a lot of time for it when you're hungry, though.
Sounds like you had a pretty tough time growing up too, huh?
I guess so. We never thought of it that way. But it's true, the children in my village don't usually get to choose their futures. Any one of us could have had the talent for artistic genius and never even noticed. I was one of the lucky ones. I only got to follow my passion thanks to my father and all the other folks. That's why, once I come into my own, the first thing I'll do is head back there and help the other kids.
Oh, wow. It's like all the kids in your village are counting on you.
Right, I get it, Ice. I understand.
No need to exaggerate it. Besides, it's not like I'm unique. You're working hard for your sister's future, aren't you?
Yeah. It's like me and you are both carrying big weights. We should try sharing the weight with each other. You know, lighten both of our loads.
Huh?
If we share our problems, then we only gotta carry half the weight, right? It works out for everybody.
It's probably a good thing you didn't try to take on your family's business. If you take half of my burden and I take half of yours, the total's still the same.
Nah, that doesn't sound right. Everything's lighter when you don't gotta carry it alone.
That's a good point.
On second thought, you might be right. With the right attitude and the right partner to share the burden, maybe it is only half the weight.
Now you're getting it. It's a waste of energy to struggle alone when there's someone who can help you.
That's true. And I do hate waste, as you well know. So when it comes to working toward the future you're
Professor
after, you
Raphael.
know I won't fall short.
Great! And you should never fall short on sharing a big meal with me, too.
Deal.
Goodness, there's so many here. Dorothea and... There's both Felix and Sylvain. Okay, we'll do Felix first. He's on the list first.
You're following me. Stop.
I am leaving you alone, just as you asked. I may be walking the same way as you, but...
What do you want?
Right.
You've made it abundantly clear I'm not to want anything from you, including politeness.
I heard a rumor that you're planning to settle down with a noble. I abandoned my family, so you'll have to look elsewhere. Not much to gain from marrying me.
I just find you interesting is all. Is that so odd?
Interesting? I'm not interesting. What do you mean?
I've never met a noble so... unsociable. Yes, that's the word, unsociable. Other nobles are quick to be friends, even if it's just because they might gain something from it.
The Empire's nobility, maybe. The Kingdom's nobility is a whole different animal.
If they are, so what? You should care how others think of you.
Why? I don't answer to them. All that matters is improving my skill. I'll prove my worth on the battlefield. Those people care so much about appearances they can't even see each other. It makes me sick.
Oh, I agree. What's important isn't how someone looks, it's their true nature. I don't pretend to know your true nature. I don't even have a very good understanding of my own. But I suppose you see mine just fine, don't you? Just a silly girl with no thoughts in her head except for marrying a noble. Yes? Goodbye, Felix.
Space. I love this one. You know, considering they're not even from the same house, they have very different, like, they have a very good support, honestly. Petra and Ignatz. I think.
Ignatz, I am having a request.
Huh? For me?
Yes, only you can be helping me.
Something only I can do? That's a lot of pressure. What's it about?
I want to borrow your lens. Your glasses. I have curiosity.
Oh, you want to try my glasses? All right.
I have so much gratitude. I will be trying them now.
So
Ah! Yo,
What do you
Ignat's looking clean without his glasses.
The world appears blurred. Oh, my head feels dizzy.
They went through the trouble to put the glasses on her face!
The danger for being sick is now very high.
What? Petra, take them off. If you lean on me that hard, I'm going to... Ah! How are you feeling?
I am feeling much better now. You have my thanks.
You're welcome? I guess you shouldn't wear glasses unless you need them.
Yes. I do not have friendliness with glasses. Like Hero's relics. Only certain people can be using
Wrong
them.
prescription.
Glasses are like heroes' relics. What a funny thing to say.
It is not for a joke. I was saying the truth. Your glasses are only for you to use. But I give thanks for you showing them
Why
to
is
me.
my phone going off? I don't think I realized that her outfit literally has no back. How is that even holding itself together? Girl! Oh, there's...
Petra's
I don't
always
even
so
understand how
serious.
outfits like that work.
Relics, glasses. I never thought about it like that.
Level B. Okay, there are so many people. Annette and Sylvain, okay. Annette has so few,
Sylvain! Good timing. There's something I want to
God.
say to you.
Uh-oh. Did I do something wrong? Did you spot me sneaking back in this morning? Or is it about that girl who got mad I kissed her sister goodnight? I can explain either way.
No, I'm not here to get after you about those things. Surely other people have that covered. What I really want to talk about is your behavior during our training sessions. When we're sparring, you're always passing on great opportunities to get the edge on me. It's almost as though you're going out of your way to make me think you're incapable.
Nah, I just like giving other people the spotlight.
Uh-huh. It's not that you took something I said to heart about how you don't have to work hard to be good at stuff and how that isn't fair?
I did take those things to heart. We're friends, right? I'd be sad if you started to hate me. There's just one thing I want you to remember. Guys like me, who hate hard work and sort of get by on our wits, it all falls apart eventually. I'm smart enough to know that. So, I respect people like you. I mean it.
Oh, is that sincerity? It's kind of creeping me out. It's just so unlike you.
Huh?
When you say nice things like that, I can't take joy in beating you. I want to beat you when you're at your best. That's why it bothers me so much when you don't try your hardest against me.
Let me put this a different way. I've always been treated like I'm special, and I'm not. At least, I don't think I am. I'm just tired of people thinking they know what I can and can't do. When everybody expects something of you, or envies you, it's kind of suffocating. I'd rather people think I'm dumb. Well, I mean, I can still be pretty dumb.
I have to admit, I have a hard time understanding where you're coming from. Just know that I want you to keep being great at everything without trying. If you stop being that way, I won't have any competition.
Competition, huh? I like the sound of that. Where the heck were you when I was growing up? If I had someone like you back then, I think I may have turned out different. And better, I mean. Anyway, I'd love to chat more with you. Would you like to grab some tea with me, or...?
Oh, sure thing. The very next moment I'm free. For now, I need to get to my magic training.
Oh, I see. Some other time then. I look forward to it, Annette.
Shut the f- you lucky. They only had two? That was it was so nice. You know, here's something I have noticed with like so many of these supports, and it's probably because Sylvain is not in his own house, but but because he's been with us since the beginning, I kind of almost associate him with my house. That it's like he has no real strong connections with anybody. It's like so many characters really only get surface level stuff with him, and that's about it. Catherine. Seth, there's so many here. I've been going on for a bit.
How are you, Catherine? You look well enough.
Oh, yes, I'm fine. Never better.
That is good. I cannot help but be concerned, given your tendency toward incautious behavior. While boldness can be a virtue, I do hope you will bear in mind that recklessness is not. A moment's negligence can lead to a mortal wound for
Yeah, I
even
see
the
her.
most skilled
I know.
fighter.
You worry too much. If they saw me in action, the wounds themselves would cower.
That is precisely the
No.
attitude that worries me.
No.
Especially given your history.
Put her
You
down.
have
I'll
been
let her in
gravely
later.
injured before,
I
as
already
you
know.
no doubt
It's my
recall.
cat. I know how to take care of her. Sorry.
Me, gravely injured? When did that happen?
You mean you have forgotten? It was during your days as a student at the Officers' Academy. There was an excursion, a monster hunt. You charged ahead and left your fellow students
Bro, the fact
behind.
that Seth has been around that long.
You ended up alone and surrounded. You almost died. Do you truly not remember?
Are you sure? All I remember is cutting down monsters left and right.
She's fine. She'll be in later.
That is true enough, but you nearly bled to death in the aftermath. The Archbishop was so concerned for your life that she tended your wounds personally.
Oh, that was when that happened. Finally, it all fits together. Lady Rhea looking after me. Now that I remember.
Oh god,
clearly.
everyone's a freaking Lady Rhea Semper here.
That was the first time she ever spoke to me. I was lying on the ground, caked in mud, and she gently picked me up, even stroked
God,
my
these are
hair.
some lesbian vibes right now.
The emotions were so overpowering that they must have just cleared away my memory of the whole incident. So it was during the monster hunt. Thanks, Sedith. That's been bothering me for ages.
That is not quite why I brought it up.
Come to think of it, Lady Rhea hasn't healed me since then. We've got to find Lady Rhea, and then maybe someday she'll honor me like that again.
What the? Canonically not a lesbian. This was. Okay. Flane and. Oh my goodness, there is so many of them! Okay.
Hello, Raphael. Are you well? Any chance you might be training today?
Of course! My muscles are always ready to train.
I imagine so. Mind if I tag along? I have been practicing my battle cries. I believe you shall notice a marked improvement. Rah! Yeah!
Wow, that sounds much better than last time. But try doing it more like this.
Bro, he's so loud!
Oh, hearing it anew is positively invigorating. I have much training ahead if I am to become as strong as you.
Try not to strain yourself. You've got smarts, so you shouldn't have to worry about your muscles.
I won't be satisfied until my body is as strong as my mind. As my body is so frail, my brother is endlessly worrying over me.
I know what that's like. I have a little sister too. I always worry about her, even when it's something small, like catching a cold.
Then surely you understand. I want to give my brother peace of mind. If I don't get stronger, I won't be able to do all the things I wish to do. But I'm quite enjoying this. I have never shouted so loudly in all my life. Each time I allow myself to let go in such a way, I feel invigorated.
Well, if you're having fun, I'm not gonna stop you. Go on and shout as much as you want. Give it all you've got and make your brother proud.
Just you wait. I've only just
All her
begun.
training is just yelling,
All
fight.
right. Gather up your energy deep in your gut and get
Oh
ready
god,
to
here we go.
shout.
Okay. Goodness, there's so many in here. Petra and Shamir, sure, why not?
Shamir, can I be having your time? There is a thought that is giving me great concern.
Let's hear it, Petra.
If Dagda is ever invading Fodlan again, what will you be doing?
I'd join the army of Dagda. I'd lay waste to Fodlan and return to my homeland.
If that is the truth, then I am having one more question for you. If that was happening, and all of us were fighting for Fodlan, would you be fighting us too?
Of course. You expect me to die for you? You should be prepared to do the same. Your homeland would likely join Dagda.
So, that is your truth?
Maybe. If you'd asked me 5 years ago.
Hmm?
I've been a mercenary since childhood. Always
Fodlan.
fighting for a bounty. If my allies didn't pay, I'd side with the enemy. It's why I became a sniper. Easier to dispose of anyone with a reward on their head. It's also why I joined the Knights of Saros. I owed them a debt, but that's all changed.
You are not fighting for money now?
That's right. When I see everyone fighting for Fodlan, I feel inclined to
I
help.
always hate Fodlan.
I won't die for the cause, but I will protect everyone. If the army of Dagda engaged you, I'd fight at your side.
Hearing that is giving... it gives me great joy. Until the war is finished, let us fight together.
Okay. Marianne, Raphael. I forgot they hadn't finished.
Marianne, come here, quick!
Oh, what's wrong, Raphael?
It's that bird you were talking to. I just found him.
Is she gonna tell him?
See? Right there on the lower branch. That's gotta be him. But he looks a little sad for some reason.
You're right. Do you mind if I handle this? Hello there, Mr. Bird. How do you do? Yes, I see.
She understands
I see.
burp.
So your food supply is...
Food? I got it.
I completely understand. I have seen more people and birds foraging for berries lately. It would be ideal if those berries were growing in another forest nearby. Then you wouldn't have to.
Are you hungry, Mr. Bird? I got just what you need.
Are those bugs? Yuck.
Look at him go. He's loving it. He's gonna get so big and strong after this.
That was disgusting. But how did you know he was hungry?
I could tell by looking at him. He looked hungry and weak. More importantly, I saw what you did. That bird wasn't speaking human, so you gotta understand
Birdies.
I knew it.
Oh, about that. I'm sorry, Raphael, but I need to tell you the truth. I can sort of understand what animals are thinking when I look at them, but I can't speak to them. I'm sorry for leading you on.
Oh, I see. What about me then? Can you tell what I'm thinking when you look at me?
No, Raphael. I can't.
Well, of course not. You're not even looking at me. You gotta look at my eyes.
Nope, still can't
She
do.
looks.
I guess I just gotta tell you. I'm thinking it would be nice if you talked to me the way you talk to animals.
What do you mean?
Whenever you talk to animals, you seem happy and friendly. I just wish you'd talk to me like that
Bro,
too.
he's just too honest, man.
I'm so sorry, Raphael. I didn't know.
What if I tried this? Cheep cheep choo 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 doo!
Oh god.
What the?
Whoa! I've never heard you laugh before.
Oh my god.
I should have talked to you in birdese sooner.
My god.
Cheep chirah, cheeply woo,
My
teedly!
god. Oh.
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that one.
I said you gotta eat big and strong. Just
Oh
like
my
Mr.
god, she's
Bird.
not eating bugs.
I think I'll have to pass.
Oh, they're both great. Leone and... Oh my god, there's so many of them. Oh my lord almighty. god. Okay. Let's do Bernie, I guess.
Here. I patched up the clothes you gave me.
Hey, thanks. You've helped me a lot lately. I feel like I should be doing this stuff myself. But ever since you patched up my sleeve, I've been really interested in your craft.
Craft? You mean my embroidery?
Yeah. When I saw what you were doing, I thought, what the heck is that? But it turned out to be a nice touch, once I was actually wearing it. Practical, too. When you're embroidering, you patch up the torn parts with new cloth, right? And that strengthens it, so the same part won't break as easily next time.
I'm glad you like it. At first, I felt like you thought it was stupid. I was worried you secretly hated me or something. It made me pretty scared to show you my stitching.
Sorry. I should have told you I liked it. Thanks, Bernadetta. I'm glad I asked for your help.
Oh, it's nothing.
What'd you make this time? A hornet, huh? You do like the scary critters, don't you?
It zips out from the trees and strikes, just like
Whoa.
you.
I sting like a hornet, do I? Actually, I like that. You know, you ought to be more confident.
What?
You're good enough at sewing that you can make a living out of it. You should take pride in that. Your skills would be really useful to the war effort, too. We're always needing equipment mended.
Useful? Oh, no. I'm completely useless. Even more so on the battlefield.
That's not true at all. You've been a great help. Maybe I'm a better fighter, but I've got nowhere near the same skill at sewing. We can help each other. Isn't that what friends do?
Friends? We're friends?
Hey, come on. I know you're not the most confident, but this is getting silly. Of course we're friends. I completely trust you.
Leonie?
Yeah?
Get your clothes torn up as much as you want. I'll always be here to patch them right up.
Right, for sure. But I wasn't just talking about embroidery, you know.
I feel like I wish I didn't have to have so many of these to get through. Oh no, Ignatz and Flame. Dude, I've been going on for so long.
Nothing here.
What are you doing?
Oh, Flane. I've just been researching the exploits of Saint Sethlene.
And why is it you're doing that precisely?
Well, painting is a hobby of mine, and I thought I might like to capture her likeness.
Well, how lovely. But how is researching her exploits necessary for painting?
I got a thought here.
If I wanted to use a statue of Saint Sethlene for my reference, it wouldn't be necessary. But that's not what I want. I wish to paint Saint Sethlene herself, looking exactly as she did when she was alive. And if I don't know anything about who she was on the inside, the image won't be true to life. So I wanted to find some hints about who she was, and that's why I've been researching her deeds.
Ah, so you were hoping to find out what type of girl she was.
Girl? Interesting way of putting it, but yes, more or less.
I see. yes, it is
Oh
all quite
my
clear to me
gosh.
now.
Well, if I didn't think that before, I definitely think it now.
What's happening?
Okay then. Allow me to share with you what I know of Sethlene's deeds.
Oh my god.
Long ago, in a world ravaged by war, Sethlene led a secluded life with her father, Kihol. One day, they met Saint Zeros, who was grieved by the chaos and destruction of war. And so, the three decided to join forces.
Huh? But I thought the saints gathered following a revelation from the goddess.
At the Battle of Teal'tine, they fought against the 10 elites led by Nemesis, who sought to conquer the whole world. Sethlene tended to her allies on the field of battle, until she exhausted all her strength. Then, she fell into a long
Stop asking
slump.
already.
But according to legend, she used her miraculous powers to heal all of the wounded.
Interesting story, is it not? Have you perhaps learned something new about Sethlene?
Having heard all that, I'd say she seems incredible.
Incredible? Well, I haven't heard that before. I feel certain
Oh my
you and
God.
I will be fast friends. Let us talk again soon.
Huh. Who knew Flame was such an expert on Sethlene?
Gee, I wonder what that could possibly imply. Oh my god.
Impressive as ever. It's always satisfying to see such skill in motion.
It's nothing to boast about. Just part of the job.
Sure, but I hear there wasn't a knight out there who could match your skill at reconnaissance and infiltration missions.
Don't forget assassination and coercion. Is there someone you need killed?
Ooh, so violent. Why would you jump to that conclusion?
You went out of your way to find me. I thought you might need a favor.
It's sorry to disappoint, but I didn't come to request an assassination. I just want to talk.
With me?
You don't see that portrait of her
Of
very
course.
often.
You've piqued my interest for a while now. A little birdie told me you were born in Dagda. Is that true? That's pretty far away, beyond even Bridget to the west. So, what brought you to Fodlan?
I worked as a mercenary in Dagda. That is until I was defeated in battle against the Empire and left for dead.
I see. I'm surprised they didn't take you as their prisoner.
I know how to conceal myself.
Yeah, of course you do. Still, with your particular skill set, couldn't you make your way back to Dagda whenever you please?
That is true. I could return if I really wanted. But my interests have changed. For now, this is where I belong.
Where you belong, huh? That's heavy stuff. I wonder if this is where I really belong.
I wouldn't know. You need to figure that out yourself.
Cheap dust. Oh, there's so many.
Ah, Dorothea. What are you doing here?
I was actually waiting to see you.
Were you going to invite me out to dinner? I accept.
Yes, I was. I don't think it would be so bad to share a meal with you from time to time.
How about tonight? I'm busy tomorrow.
That's fine by me. What are you busy with, I wonder? Girls? And more girls?
Isn't it an unwritten rule not to ask about such things? But what a curious turn of events. Have you perhaps got an ulterior motive?
No ulterior motives. If you're worried, we can just pretend this conversation never happened.
No, wait! That's not what I meant. I just don't understand why you want my company now, when you've always been so cold to me. Have you perhaps fallen in love with me?
My stomach just got queasy. You know what? Maybe I'll eat on my own after all.
Fine, fine, I get it. You want someone to chase your loneliness away.
Something like that, yes. If you don't want to, I'll ask someone
What
else.
is going on?
Don't dream of it. It would be my pleasure, milady. And to be clear, the reason you chose to spend time with me is my family, yes? Or is it my crest? Both? I'm just curious about such things. Say I was a commoner. Would you still have invited me to dinner?
Is this really necessary for a simple dinner invitation? Actually, I have a question of my own. Say I was a hoarse-voiced old hag. Would you still be flirting with me? Would you still want to hold my hand and whisper sweet nothings?
That's a difficult question. I have nothing against mature women, but...
Even if you were an old man, I still would have invited you out. If you were a former noble exiled from his family, or an orphan from the streets, my heart cares not. Just kidding. I just wanted to try saying it. Of course it's better that you have money.
You little... Yeah, that's probably true. So, Dorothea, about that dinner?
It would be an honor to have you join me tonight. And let's not talk about things like this over dinner, okay?
Even if I was an old man or an orphan, huh?
Dude, whenever you see things like that, it's like, man, I feel like there's so many layers to Sylvain's character that just not getting to see it all. It's kind of sad. Oh, there's so many. Why is there so many? Oh! Okay.
You.
What did I do? Am I in your way? I'm in your way. I know, I get it. I'm sorry. I can't stand the sight of me either.
I never said that. Stay right there. You're always running away. You must really find me irritating.
Irritating? I know. I completely... What? No, I mean, I know I'm irritating, but... Huh?
Stop. Do you remember when you came up behind me and knocked the sword from my hands? I need you to teach me that technique.
Sword? Teach? Technique? That's a joke, right? Because that's just about the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Maybe so, but I saw you do it. You don't remember? You moved like a flash, and before I knew it...
Nope, wasn't Bernie. You must have dreamed it. Unless my accuser dares to produce some evidence.
Yes, evidence. I still have your satchel, see?
Oh, my satchel. Wait, that? No, that's not mine. You can't prove it's mine.
You know it's yours.
I'm innocent, I swear. Merciful Cyril, save me.
This is getting nowhere. But, maybe I should corner her like last time. Then she'll use the technique without thinking. Never mind. I'm done here.
Lies! All lies! I didn't do any... Uh-huh? Where'd he go?
What is happening? I feel like I ask that question pretty often. Okay. I'm hoping I'm running out.
Hello again,
It's been
Seven.
40 minutes.
Oh, full basket. Big catch?
Indeed. Thanks to you, I now know all about the proper use of bait.
Even so, that's quite the haul.
I have developed a few tricks of my own as well. In my enthusiasm, I may have gotten a little greedy.
Oh, yeah?
Once I started to catch fish, I began to pay very close attention to the number I had caught. I hear it is not uncommon for one to become a little preoccupied with that sort of thing. And when I recalled the prospect of having what I caught cooked for me, the challenge was too tempting to ignore. But alas, it seems I have gotten a little more preoccupied than is appropriate for my age.
Well, that's only natural. Seeing what you've already got just makes you curious how far you can take it.
It has made fishing an even richer experience for me. And for that, I must thank you.
Don't mention it. Actually, I should thank you too.
Oh?
Yeah. Used to be, I only ever fished for food. Lately, though, I've been coming here just to relax. I do still eat the fish, of course, but I appreciate fishing in a whole new way now.
Seems we have both made worthwhile discoveries. So which is it today? Hunger or relaxation?
I'd only planned to take it easy, but seeing all you've caught has definitely made me hungry.
I had planned to bring all of them to you regardless. Take as many as you please.
Hey, thanks. In that case, why don't we eat together? You can leave all
Just
the
wait
cooking
till they
to me.
realize that fishing is boring. I feel like if I had the time to fish nowadays, I think I might enjoy it. It's hard to tell. Raphael and Shamir. Okay. Oh, I mean
My breath.
Careful. You're going to make yourself pass out.
Shamir? I'm so sorry.
Are you trying to breathe like I showed you? Not even close.
That, in-out-out technique sounds so easy, but it's not easy at all.
It's only easy for me because I put in the time to practice. You need to practice if you want it to work.
Oh yeah? Really? So I should be able to do it if I just practice.
Yes.
I see. You had no presence. Again.
Yes. Sometimes my presence fades without even trying. It can be a nuisance.
One of these days, I'm gonna do it.
practice
Just
breathing. She's
like you.
Seems unlikely. We'll keep practicing.
Yeah. Got it.
oh my god.
Thanks.
Stop doing it while you're talking. It's disturbing.
Thank you. I'm glad somebody said it. So Vane and Bernie, Felix, Flane. Oh my god, they're so. Do I stop for now? I'm starting to wonder if I should just stop for the moment.
Sylvain, I want to apologize for the other day.
The other day? What are you talking about, Felix? Is this a trap?
You know, when I called you insatiable.
Oh, that? Can't say it didn't hurt, but you have nothing to apologize for. I mean, you've said worse, Felix. Considerably worse. Come on, we've known each other since we were kids. We're not gonna let your constant verbal abuse get in the way of our friendship, are we?
No, I suppose not.
Whenever I started doing something dumb, you'd yell at me about it.
And whenever you dragged me into something, Ingrid would find out and start lecturing us.
All these years, and not much has changed, has it? Even if we don't have Ingrid lording over us. But you're different, Felix. You used to be so, I don't know, carefree when we were young. Now you're the exact opposite.
Well, you're not any different. Good for nothing then, good for nothing now.
Again with the abuse. This from the guy who's always been by that good-for-nothing side. So, did you come to apologize, or to insult me?
I was on my way to train and I saw you. That's all.
You're off to train, again? Now who's insatiable?
Better than sitting idle like you.
A little idleness would do you some good, pal. Come on, let me buy you something to eat.
This is places we didn't recruit Ingrid.
No.
You have to choose, Felix. Our friendship, or your training.
My training. Goodbye for now.
What did... is he... Wait, Felix, I'll come train too. Wait up.
Bro, wait a minute, what? Development. I kind of just want to stop for a moment. Should I? There's still too many left! I'm just gonna take a break for now. It's been like 50 minutes straight. Oh, I should have went fishing! Shoot. Fitting, but really, really sad. Yeah. I want to get to the chapter battle before we're done for today. Okay. Everyone's all good. Who's closest to getting a S maybe? Well, these two are gonna do that later. We're never getting out of. Wait. Other than just the red missions, I don't think so. I'm kind of surprised you're saying a seminar, though. That's definitely surprising coming from you, Isolate.
That was easy, thanks to you. Let's do this again, Sam. Let's do this again, Sam.
That was pretty good. I think.
Where's Horsey?
I managed to get it. Oh, I'll get the next one too. Now to apply this knowledge.
So now.
That was so helpful. Thanks.
The other thing I would probably do on the days off is feed everybody that needs to be fed, and then just do quick training. So it's like, I don't know.
No problem. I've learned. No problem.
I don't know, man.
That was helpful. That was enlightening. Naturally, did you expect anything less? Let's not exaggerate. Naturally. That was enlightening.
I didn't watch the whole direct. I just kind of looked at some of the highlight bits. But, I think what maybe had me most... Okay, there's two forms of excitement I had. One was seeing the, was seeing them, reveal, the 1,000-Year Door.
I'll keep trying.
Because I love that game. I've been thinking about streaming it at some point soon-ish.
I'll keep trying.
And,
I got it right.
streaming it for the remake would seem like it makes the most sense, especially if it has new stuff in it.
I'll keep trying my best.
But, and I like that game already, so I'm happy that it's actually getting out of reseller hell off of eBay or whatever. You know?
Professor.
Sure, you're already on... You know what? No, hold on. Just leave it alone. I'll say that later. Felix? Oh, Felix wants to talk to me?
Finally, I notched a win against you.
I almost had you.
True, it was a narrow victory. When we spar, I feel like I'm revisiting my past.
Well, why is that?
It's like training with my brother. He always won. Always. And died before I could win a single bout. From the first time I held a sword, all I wanted was to surpass him. And that's what drove me to become so strong. Perhaps it's absurd to say such a thing, but I've spent all these years training for a duel with a corpse.
You found an answer to my question.
Yes, I suppose I did. I can never again spar with my brother. Not unless he climbs out of his grave. Still, I continue my endless pursuit of strength. Maybe because I have a new opponent to measure myself against.
She looks so coy.
You?
I love how coy she's like, who's that?
I beat you this time, but when we next cross swords, who knows what might happen. It was a close match, not a crushing victory. I know that I can do better. I will surpass you in strength, and then I'll become stronger still.
Don't count me out yet.
Just what I was hoping you'd say. Anyway, thank you for helping me find an answer to the question you asked all those years ago.
Was that S or A rank? Oh, it was A. Crap, he wasn't low on motivation. Whoops. Alright, Petra is also not, but whatever.
Professor, please do not
I
be
was
concerned.
not thinking I should have trained those two.
I just did too much overworking and lost my strength.
Are you okay?
Yes, I have no problems. Accept my apology for giving you worry. I have sorrow. I am sorry to be fainting at a time like this. Even though I was not asking for your care and attention, you gave it willingly.
It was the least I could do.
I am thinking that is incorrect. Will you have a listen to me? There is something that I must be saying. I am thinking you already have knowledge of why I came to Fodlan. Not for studying, but as a hostage for the Empire. So that Bridget would not be rebelling anymore.
Holy, what?
It feels like a knife against my throat. That I am making my grandfather obey the Empire.
We fixed that already.
If I were running away from the Empire, then Bridget would be defeated. I am not having any options. To be living, I must be fighting to win. For Bridget to be living, the Empire needs to be crushed. So I must be crushing the Empire. That is what my people are wanting from me. And what my grandfather, the King of Bridget, is wanting.
And what do you want?
I am not knowing of that. The wants of my people are something I have power to achieve. Their wants are my own.
Only you can know what you want.
What I really want, I have understanding. Wait, no, I actually do not have understanding. Yet, what I am understanding is that there is something I am not understanding.
Okay.
Before the war is over, I will have understanding. That you can be counting on.
Man, I really did waste those 2 events, bro. I'm so dumb. I should have been paying more attention.
I am pleased to report our superior result.
Making Hanneman take care of the horses is hilarious to me.
Good fuel for a scheme.
I have much expertise now.
It seems my proficiency has improved.
I understand more every day. I suppose it's working.
Looks like I'm getting it.
Technique never betrays.
Okay. Bro, I see a lot of other people also did the seminar. Okay, so real quick. Certifications. Can she try the Holy Knight now? Let's give it a shot. Let's restart that. Also, you know what? Hey, the F-Zero game looked the 99 when it. I didn't even finish the question. F-Zero 99 seems good. It's a shame that since the GameCube era of waiting, the newest game the F-Zero fans get is freaking F-Zero 99. It's a pretty big L for F-Zero. But, I mean, I guess they were remembered, so that's something, I suppose, right? It's better than what some, stuff could be getting, I guess. But to be honest, the most excited I was about something for that direct, honestly, was hearing that Funky Kong was coming back to Mario Kart 8. Even though I don't play Mario Kart much, I love the fact that I forgot that there was a new Among Us map. I have lots to play whenever we play it eventually. Freaking seeing Funky Kong coming back, though, he was like one of my favorites in Mario Kart Wii, and I could not understand why he was. I mean, maybe. I don't know. What can I do seminar-wise? Bow and that. Spear and magic. Wait, Lorenz can teach? Oh my god. What an interesting combination. There's a lot of characters that can learn things. I definitely want to at some point. kind of forgot that we hadn't finished Minecraft, if I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. Maybe this is worth it? I'm not sure, man. Lysithia is going to host a seminar. I wonder if it'll be worth it. I don't really care about Hanneman's points.
I'm glad I'm getting better.
Age is but a number.
Is this really worth it? I don't know, man. You know what? Hang on a second. I'm gonna restart. That's not even at A+, it still doesn't feel like it's worth it. I feel like I'd be... Oh, gotcha. It's like it gives a lot of points. If I can only pick who attended, that would make it even better. But because you have to give up 10 actions on your day off to go to a seminar. I guess if you really just want points, I guess it could be. But like... The idea of giving Aqua any kind of form of magic points is really good, but like the fact that I have to give up a whole day to get anything substantial feels like I'd just be better off learning it from them in the school grounds. Like it just doesn't feel worth it. And that's the thing, like the attendees all get half a motivation, which is, you know, still better. That's what I'm gonna do, is just do foods and drills. That's what I'm gonna lean on. I just kind of wanted to see how the points worked, but it's just not really worth it. Which, I mean, again, not surprised, but... Okay, so what I'll do... Like, you would think that it would get, like, way more buffed later on, but it's just not. And I really wish it was, because it's such a good thing on paper, but the amount of points you get is just not worth it. I guess, though... It could be good if you don't have energy to give everybody actual lessons, but, like, it's... I don't know. Look at me trying to defend a bad mechanic. Okay. Next. Ever want to eat up?
This food is a revelation.
That looks delicious.
It's always weird seeing some people I know be okay with certain forms of AI, but others is just like a no-go. It just feels really weird. Vegeta? Singing? Oh no.
That smell.
I like this dish.
I like anything you have to say, Marianne. You're just amazing. Okay, 1 second. I want to check something. Who does Seth still get supports with? Hilda, Leone, Bernetta, Felix, and Flame. Not very many are left that are really good. Well, that's what happens. If Hilda eats something she doesn't like, we'll see.
The flavor is nostalgic to me for some reason.
I'm glad you were here to distract me from how bad this tastes. Otherwise, I wouldn't have finished.
Okay, good to know that that's what that does. Okay, well, I'm not gonna waste the whole food for just Raphael. Oh my god, as Vegeta? Oh my... remind me of that later, because that sounds hilarious. Yeah, the AI junk is always kind of really weird in terms of, like, what is, like, deemable. Like, it's like, a lot of people look at all forms of the AI stuff as, like, just literally theft of something or whatever. But it's like one of those situations where it's like, how do you feel about it when it's something like, I don't know, something that literally would never exist without it, I guess? I don't know. It's I don't know, it's just weird. All covers are theft if you look at, I mean, that's a fair point too, I guess. You're not wrong on that part either. I try not to think about it too much because it's just like, it's not that big of a deal. It's just a video. Like, the only difference between it and people splicing together lines they have actually said in their own voice, it's just that it sounds smoother and less grating to the ears. But, like, everyone has their thoughts on it.
I can't sing very loud. Singing is so much fun.
Okay, it activates my neurons.
Could I trouble you?
That's my thought about AI-based anything in general. As long as you're not, like, deliberately hurting something or someone with what you're creating, it's just a thing that you choose to spend your time doing. And it's like, you know what? Life's too short to worry about that. That's the thing. No one ever knows what's going to happen tomorrow, so why worry about that type of thing of all things so much? I don't. If you want to see something that it made by AI that you may not see in your lifetime, and you just want to have that for just a moment of enjoyment, what difference does it make? I always like to think, as long as you're not directly hurting someone with something that you want to indulge in, no matter what it is, then what difference does it make? We're almost,
Either way.
You still can't teach me sword.
Worry, I will.
Is there anyone else that can teach me sword? I don't think there is. Oh, Manuela can. Okay, an AI to wake Sora up.
What?
Just gotta play the Taco Bell gong, Isolate. That usually works every time.
Hey, I hear I missed it on the back.
Wait, what? What's a brown noise, Belle?
Speaking with you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
A parent is
The Imperial. I'll be on.
Is there anything left to do? Wrong button. There we go. Oh, it's time.
Gronder Field should be around here, right? It's so foggy. Even
Oh,
if there were
no.
enemies here, we'd never know it. I recall the terrain from the Battle of the Eagle and Lion, but without the ability to see the enemy's formation.
Our enemies are subject to the same conditions. We'll just have to wait for the fog to clear up.
Speaking of enemies, what do you think became of those unidentified troops? Any follow-up reports?
We haven't heard anything since. If they were headed this way, well, I'd like to avoid being caught by surprise, but we can't make use of our scouts because of this fog. And it's hard to predict this fight. There's no way to know what will happen.
Let's try to stay calm.
Of course. The morale of our allies would be crushed if we let them see us shaking in our boots. Your guidance is going to be crucial, Teach. Now more than ever. Do whatever it takes to lead us to victory.
Sora's gonna miss the pun. Be a travesty. Alright, we'll try this again, Marianne. Oh, let's try it again. I'm so glad that it's actually a fix and not a re-roll every single time you reload, because good grief, the amount of time it would take to sit here and reload every time would be freaking astronomically long. I'm here, I'm awake. Alright, hopefully this battle isn't going to be too crazy long, but I guess we'll know. Man, I can't even look at Edelgard the same knowing the truth. Alright, everyone, go sit down. Oh no. the house leaders of a faithful reunion. All right.
Departing from the Great Bridge of Murden, the Alliance Army marches south toward Enbar, the Imperial capital. As an unknown military force begins their advance under the banner of the Kingdom, the Imperial Army dispatches forces from Fort Mercius with the intention of intercepting them. The curtain is rising on a conflict between the three armies, which will come to be known as the Battle at Gronder, held on the same plains that witnessed the Battle of the Eagle and Lion.
Gee, I wonder who over there on the Blues team. All two of them. Bark, bark, bark. Alright, let's see it. Hey, window, get my stuff dirty. Which character did I not select? Remember. Bernie the Unbenchable. I mean, with the dancing class, I can't really give her up. Oh, they're already set. Okay. As it should be. This battle's first over. Here we are. There he is.
Know that I will tear your heads from your shoulders. The dead must have their tribute.
As big class reunions go, this one's gotta be the worst in history.
Years ago, we fought here as classmates.
We can't hear you.
But not today.
Kill every last one of them!
he does a thing.
I will crush anyone who blocks my path.
Dimitri, he's alive. But he doesn't look interested in joining forces with us.
It would not be advantageous to take on both at once. We must stop the Kingdom and the Alliance from joining forces. I will create such chaotic warfare that they won't be able to tell who is friend and who is foe.
No, no, there he is! Oh no, Mercedes is there too. I don't want to have to kill her! Bruh! Oh no. Alright, well, let's get through it.
Leave it to me.
Let's make this quick. It's done.
At the ready.
Crap, that's not gonna be good.
Shall we?
Bro, this music is quite the banger. Where they're not even engaging me yet. Kimiko! He can't get to the bush.
Steady now.
No, Kimiko. That's my sister's new cat.
What's my strategy?
My orders? Shall we?
I do this for all of us.
Very nice.
Didn't go very much further.
I'll do my best.
Mounted units, advance!
Oh, hello. Oh, that's not good. Alright, you gotta duck back into the forest.
You're too kind.
Yo, it's time to bring the hammer down!
Can't afford to slack off.
Thanks for that.
Nope, leave it alone for now.
We're all desperate, aren't we? The weak fall, the strong live.
Music is super good here. I was waiting for that crit. Oh!
No chance.
How about a curtsy? Let's see it in action.
Oh, you come in approaching Wrath? There he goes!
That's another one.
You can't get past Hilda, the unbreakable wall. There's nothing this way, is there? Oh, it's Hubert again. Bro, I hate this guy. Dang guard.
There are enemies in the central area. We need to head there immediately to protect it. It's over.
I must lead them well. I'm stronger than before.
Alright, I'm trying to figure out how to move these guys accurate. Do I have them go around and attack Hubert? Bro, 3 in a row!
No chance.
Amazing.
apologies. Be smart or I'm finished. Thanks. Thanks.
Was actually not gonna do that, but my fingers slipped.
I've got no time for mercy.
She said.
I will keep making progress.
Yo, that dodge.
I will not die yet.
The Imperial army is starting to crumble. We will step on the Empire right along with the Alliance troops. To the eternal flames with all
Wait,
of
what? What the frick did we do? Oh. There's Bridget over there. Bro, the enemy's the other way! Not Bridget, Bridget. God. I've been hearing the word Bridget so much today. Ingrid. What the frick am I thinking of? Oh god, she got a sacred weapon too. Okay, is ignoring them an option?
Fighting wears me out. Ooh, nice.
Bro, I can't hit him. What? Alright, 50%. Alright.
You're interfering with the plans. Looks like I'll just have to get rid of you.
Die, Hubert. Take him out!
Fighting on will endanger my life. Your Majesty, I must
How come
withdraw.
Hubert gets to live? I hate this dude.
No need to worry. We still have some troops left. So long as I stand, we won't give up.
Can't we though? Oh crap. Well, that's some trouble. I thought I was gonna get a chance to retreat backwards.
My orders?
Some of them don't die, they retreat. Unless I actually don't want to kill them and then they die.
I'm really gaining confidence. You're too kind.
There we go.
Never let your guard down.
Those fools who went up the hill will pay with their lives in the crimson flames.
What? What the? Bro. Bernadetta. Oh my god.
Now!
Oh my god. I'm gonna have to go back.
Impressive. I must retreat. A fitting outcome.
Oh god, they're right on their doorstep.
Shall we?
I do this for all of us. Thanks.
Oh, you can recruit Bree. She's the archer? What? Oh my god.
Shall we? Fighting wears me out.
Those fools.
I'll do my best.
Steady now.
My orders?
Too easy.
Sorry, but I must.
Bro, you ain't gonna stop me?
Piece of cake.
Bye.
We're all desperate, aren't we?
Bro, stop chasing me! I don't want to fight these dudes. This literally makes no tactical sense for them. Like, we're not even enemies.
What's my strategy?
Leave it to me.
Let's make this quick.
Jeez, Sora, okay. really cool. Bro, I don't want to go. Bro, Bernie's gonna literally die on this hill again! Oh my god, she has no skill with the arms. She can't do any damage to most enemies. Oh my god, he has so much health. Bro, it's a cannon event! I have no idea where to take her. I need to leave. How do I can't get her out of here. Is there any red dudes I can shoot? I don't want to fight the freaking these dudes. That does no damage! She can't escape fate. Alright.
At the ready.
Wait, why can't I hit that dude? Can I not shoot through the wall? White? Okay, well.
I feel a little stronger. Not looking good.
Whoa, wait, she has 4 HP? 7 HP?
Oh! For Gerald.
The Horse Slayer.
Still far from the top.
I didn't realize she had, like, no shield. he just wiggles his head. Why? I gotta watch the whole animation. Oh my god! You did it! The critical hit into nothing was amazing. I thought that might actually pierce damage, but it did not do anything. Oh god, Dimitri's approaching. Oh no, here they come. Oh god, oh no, oh no. Oh, she's gonna get in the... Oh, frick me, I'm in trouble. Alright, this is inevitable. I'm gonna have to fight them. There's... Bernie couldn't even kill him when he was on death's door. Bernie is only safe because she is on that particular spot. Can she get out of this? She can't even escape the room.
Won't be in vain. Be careful.
Hold on, let me move first. Like, oh, the horsemen are over there. Dude, I left them alone for too long. I was trying to settle this amicably, and the game's like, no, nuh-uh. Okay, hang on. I need to carefully pick who attacks and when.
Can we help? Seize the moment.
Higher than Hilda's. Oh no. He is a lord, so.
I'm all right.
I can't get away. I can't get away! There's too many of them everywhere! I don't know if Bernie can dodge them all forever. there's no escape. I can't get out of here. The horsemen are gonna chase Ignatz to the end of the earth. Good plan.
Thanks. You lost that one.
Oh god, he's slowly...
We all choose our paths, and I've chosen mine. I fight for my lord.
Alright, Ingrid, let's freaking go. Oh, I'm going to die!
Nice try. Forgive me. My battle ends here.
Oh, quaint. Do I... Oh, frick me. I'm in danger. Double kill.
I've been defeated.
Well, this is gonna have to go back a whole turn. Is this far enough back? I don't even know if this is far enough. Just charge Edelgard? That would end the fight, wouldn't it? Hold on. Well, if we're gonna go for that risky play, I can't not close out the gambit. How far can you get, Bernie? Alright, this is gonna be...
I'm gonna haunt you with Cut!
That helps.
Sorry. We haven't seen each other since Garrick Mach. You've grown lovelier than ever, Edelgard.
You're not so unfortunate yourself, and you have the aid of the professor. Frankly, I'm jealous. Now's the chance for you and the professor to leave.
I'm afraid I must decline. Even if we left, we just have to come right back.
Oh.
I lost. Just as expected, you aren't making my path an easy one. I must retreat for now. We'll meet again on the battlefield.
Whoa, wait a minute. Oh no, the fight continues. This is not good. Okay, so it's okay, you good. I don't know about that. I put myself into a corner.
That was amazing.
Wait, Ingrid's not even attacking us. She's going for the Never mind, pray. What's he doing? He's going after Bernie. We can't let that happen. Pick a cosplay.
I will not die yet. Wait, that's it?
My orders?
I only got one shot? Oh, that sucked. Wait, who do I have? Oh.
Too close for my liking.
Wait, is this game bugged? Exactly. I may not survive this onslaught. Yo, they're attacking each other. Do my work for me! Three's like, oh, it's hot in here! Go the other way! Oh no.
Our quarrel wasn't personal. My skills are rising to my status.
Where'd Dimitri go? Nico. I'm just not in a good spot at all.
Sorry, but I must.
Oh god. Felix's doppelganger is on his way.
Be careful.
I don't know what to do here.
May I help?
Don't underestimate us.
I will not fall.
Let's see. Whoops. Wait, what? Let's see. Oh, the exploding pie.
I'm sorry.
Who needs it most? Oh, Claude does so badly.
Thanks for that.
I've got no time for mercy.
I think yep, the blue lions are the only ones that's left. Oh god, Dimitri's approaching.
Too slow. I'm sorry. I'm just not
You
good.
killed Marianne! So wait, Dimitri's all left we gotta defeat? Oh.
At the ready.
Sorry, Ingrid. You killed Marianne. Bye, Ingrid.
Your Highness, I failed you.
Shouldn't have attacked me. You killed Aqua and Marianne.
Ingrid.
Boy, avoid the samurai.
Appreciate it. Shall we?
That helps.
That helps.
I think it's a different level of skill that you need to like to keep working through bad spots. Because obviously, if you go through a no death run, I can't provoke him from here. Unless I attack directly. I only have a 58% chance to hit. Oh, God, and if I go out there, then freaking Mercedes is gonna attack. You know what? Let's just keep back here and wait and see what happens. If we only have to defeat Dimitri, then we might be okay. That's the sad thing. It's like I don't want to kill them. Yo, nice dodge. He's damaging Raph. Holy.
Calm down, Dimitri. What does it achieve, us killing each other here?
Move, Claude. I have no time to exchange words with you.
It doesn't matter what I'm saying, does it? You aren't even listening. But I'm not gonna budge.
Yo, dodge that, fool!
Where are you, Ingard? I will not stop until I kill you.
Even in an ugly battle like this, it's important not to lose heart. We have to take pride in our victory. We did it, Teach. Now we can move forward to our victory.
Oh my God, he sure was. Well, that was rough. If it wasn't just kill both of them, we would have been in trouble. I don't like how shoddy we went through that, but I just don't care, honestly. Just in case I want to go back and try and do that over more cleanly, but I probably won't.
So, Edelgard retreated. I suppose she lives to be defeated another day.
That's fine.
I suppose a win is a win, regardless of the circumstance. Some of our allies are injured, but can still fight. We'll just have to accept this outcome and press onward. Still, the battlefield looks awful. And I wonder what became of the Kingdom Army. And Dimitri.
I mean, we literally left as many of them alive as we could.
I saw him.
Who? Dimitri?
He was completely different from how I remember him. He looked like a crazed demon while he was fighting. He pursued Edelgard as she retreated, but he didn't get far before he collapsed. I saw him surrounded by Imperial troops and pierced by their spears. What? I'll never forget it. He deserved a better end.
Dimitri. He went through so much to make it here, only for his efforts to be in vain.
I can't even begin to understand what Dimitri must have been feeling, but there must have been some other way. Why did he have to go like that?
And his vassal, Dedu, did he fall as well?
I don't know.
Your Highness, your ambitions are my own now. I will bring you Edelgard's head. I swear it!
Professor, Claude, may I have a moment of your time?
Wait, they don't? He just fucking dies? Are you serious? He died off screen twice?
Lysithea, what are you doing up this late? Trouble sleeping?
You can't be serious. You can't be telling me this. They really did it that unceremoniously? If you were gonna actually kill him and have nothing accomplished, it would have made so much more sense for them to have made an actual alliance. It would have probably been a much better sounding story, too. You could have done a lot of stuff with that. Well, they thought he had been beheaded the first time. I just assumed he's just gonna walk it off as a flesh wound. You know, have nights like that. Except me, I always sleep.
Anyone would be shaken after such a brutal battle. If you're having trouble sleeping, you should drink some warm milk. That's a thing, right?
Must you treat me like a child, simply because I'm awake a bit later than usual? Actually, I can hardly muster any indignation right now. I wanted to tell you that I noticed something odd during that battle.
What was it?
There were some strange mages among the ranks of the Imperial Army. Did you notice
the ones that shoot death balls like you? Yeah, the ones wearing masks?
That's right. I have seen people dressed just like that before. It was a long time ago. House Ordelia was involved in a rebellion that took place within the Empire 18 years ago. After it was quelled, all of the key officials were caught and put to death.
Really?
The Empire sent replacements, who they used to take control of House Ordelia. Among the people sent by the Empire were mages dressed in black, just like those we saw in battle.
If they're Imperial mages, it makes sense that they would wear the same clothing, right?
Yes, but the mages from back then and today, I do not believe they are from the Drestian Empire.
Are they kingdom mages? Why would they do that?
No. I got the impression that they were from somewhere else. Somewhere completely separate from Fodlan. There's more. Those mages imprisoned the children from my house and performed horrible rituals on them. Blood experiments.
Oh. Lysithea, you can't mean... even you?
Yes. All of the others were deemed failures. They all
So
died.
that's why Lysithea is the only magic class that has the freaking Death Plague magic attacks.
And even I... It doesn't matter. The point is that those monsters possess dreadful knowledge and power. I just thought you should know the sort of people who have allied with the Empire.
Blood experiments. Does that remind you of anything, Teach?
It's in with Flame.
Exactly. There was that secret group who abducted Flame and extracted her blood 5 years ago. The people involved back then were Tomas and Monica. Well, I suppose their true names were Solon and Kranya. So, that eerie group has been slithering behind the scenes in the Empire for a while now.
So they're just using freaking Edelgard's own freaking religious discrimination to their advantage.
Lysithea, thank you for sharing all of that with us. One day we will uncover the truth of who those people really are. We've managed to invade Empire territory and emerge victorious in our first battle. I hope to maintain our momentum and push onward to Enbar, the Imperial capital. Unfortunately, we are not legendary heroes in a fairy tale. Our stamina has limits. The longer we fight, the harder the fight will become. It will take immense effort to secure the supplies and soldiers we need to prevail.
Boy, you better not be saying this is as far as we go.
Of course not. However, the road ahead leads deep into enemy territory. It'll be a difficult journey, strewn with hardship. I can't guarantee that we'll make it out alive. If anyone wants to leave, now is the time to
Can you move out of the shot?
I shall accompany you to the very end. After all, someone must step up to take leadership should you fall.
I'm coming. The future of my village depends on this. Besides, I have to protect the professor. For Captain Gerald.
I'm not going anywhere. Because of the Empire, my little sis can't live in peace.
We can't leave the future of Fodlan to others. I'm sure that everyone here feels the same.
The Knights of Seros will keep fighting the Empire. We won't rest until we rescue Lady Rhea.
I feel the same as
Nobody
the rest.
asked.
I've got to rescue Lady Rhea no matter what.
I hate him so much. He has no personality.
What, we're all supposed to take turns saying we'll do our best until the very end? And what about you, Marianne? What will you do? I'll fight
Whoa,
you.
confidence.
Fine. Fine. I suppose I'll tag along too. Until the bitter
She's like,
end.
fine, fine. I'm not gonna be the only one that turns tail and runs, I guess.
It's an honor to keep fighting alongside such stalwart allies. Right, Teach?
Expect nothing less from my students.
Hey now, when you put it that way, it almost sounds like you're just praising
Ah!
yourself. All right. Now that I know where each of you stands, I'm going to return to Alliance territory for a while. I intend to report this victory to the Alliance Lords and draw out even more support from them. Our next battle will be even more challenging, so brace yourselves for that.
I should write to my brother. He'll want to hear about our victory.
Your brother, Lord Holst? How is he these days?
Oh, he's doing great. I even got a letter from him before the last battle. He wanted to come and join our
Why
fight
did he
too.
not?
What's this? Lord Holst come here? That would be a most reassuring development.
Sadly, it sounds like my father was against the idea. They want him to stay in case they need to fight the Almirans.
Their logic is sound. Though it is vexing that the Alliance's greatest general cannot join us.
Yeah,
on the
bro,
front
this
lines.
character we hear about all this time, we never ever get to see in the entire game.
We should be glad that Holst is staying behind. Almira aside, there's also no guarantee that the Imperial forces won't try to launch a surprise attack from the Old Kingdom territory.
If you have something you need to talk to my brother about, I'd be happy to send a letter.
No, that's okay. I'm just glad to hear he's doing well. Please send him my regards.
Alternate universe. I feel like playing Three Hopes would be an absolute trash bin of a mess. But I kind of want to know what happens.
Part 2. Verdant Wind. Harpstring Moon. The Golden Scheme.
That's it. I haven't played it.
Claude leverages his victory at the Battle of Gronder to secure reinforcements from Alliance Lords. Meanwhile, the Imperial Army continues to tighten its defenses at Fort Mercius in anticipation of an Attack on the Imperial capital.
Yep. What a shame. I'm definitely seeing more and more flaws with this game's writing as we go. I really feel like... Why can't they just make things that are... There is no canon! You decide the canon! Isolate! That's clearly what the developers have intended as the best course of action. You decide the canon. Because we couldn't be bothered to come up with a full-fledged ending.
Our objective is Enbar, the Imperial capital. But our greatest obstacle lies before that.
Ah! God, why are these freaking Fire Emblem games always have such alternate timeline bullcrap?
And what's that?
Fort Mercius. If we can't pass through, we won't be able to reach Enbar.
Fort Mercius, the impregnable fortress, or so
Well,
it's
that
called.
fortress isn't getting pregnant. Oh well. Time to go home.
If I recall correctly, it's sometimes referred to as the Stubborn Old General.
It is a massive fortress that was constructed to protect the Imperial capital.
The Imperial army we defeated has withdrawn to Enbar. Fort Mercius should be short on soldiers for now.
We should be careful.
It would be best to take it before enemy reinforcements arrive. Still, there's a reason it's been called impregnable. The only real question is what our fearless leader intends to do.
Sorry for the delay, everyone. Those mewling lords kept me from leaving for quite some time.
So, were you able to secure additional reinforcements?
It's gonna have to wait until next month. It doesn't look like they can afford to keep supporting us at present.
Then what should we do about Fort Mercius? Do you plan on waiting around?
No. If we wait until next month, the enemy will have bolstered their defenses. That said, the prevailing theory is that you need triple your enemy's forces to take a fortress with a frontal assault.
Right. That's what we were taught at the academy. And this is Fort Mercius we're talking about. It's renowned for its strong defenses.
Our current army isn't nearly strong enough. What to do?
Whatever you do, just don't ask us to scale those huge walls. We'd end up dead when they hurl rocks down at us.
Yeah, no thanks. If only someone would open up the gates for us from the inside.
Why is Shamir looking like that?
Unfortunately, we don't have any spies in there. Wait a minute. I've got it. We sneak in, stir up confusion, and open the gates ourselves to let our allies in.
Right, that's what I was saying all along.
Liar!
Right. Nice one, Hilda. But how do you propose we go about sneaking in?
Disguises? If we dress up like Imperial soldiers, maybe they'll think we're allies and let us in.
Do you really think they'd just open the gates for us? I'd be pretty dumbfounded if that worked.
No, she's on to something. It's a good idea, Hilda. We just need to refine it a bit, and we'll be in there before we know it.
Really? Go me!
What is your definition of refining the idea? I know your go-to strategy is nausea-inducing poison, but...
Oh, I maybe ate too much. My stomach hurts.
Raphael, why are you eating meat during a war council?
So, fearless leader, I'm guessing you're going to keep the crucial parts of your scheme under wraps until the time comes, aren't you?
You know me so well, Judith. Whether we like it or not, this war puts a damper on all of our spirits. What's wrong with trying to have a little fun every now and again? Just leave the details to me.
Okay, Claude. Okay. Alright, well, alright. So that's where we're gonna obviously end for tonight. I'll probably just reload and play that beginning cutscene at the beginning of the next Fire Emblem stream for a recap, because I will probably need it. God, I just like... See, this, in my opinion, this is one of those problems with games that basically allow you to do whatever you like to choose paths. Because I feel like when you can make the path yourself, there is no real solid good path, because they all have their strengths and weaknesses. It's not illegal if it works. It's just like, I mean, I don't know, you guys could be literally gaslighting me, but if Dimitri really did just die off screen twice in a row, like, establishing, and then he just doesn't come back after this, and I don't know if killing killing Dudu in the battle actually does anything different, like, it's like, what? It would have made, it just doesn't, it doesn't make any sense. It's like they're afraid of spoiling the other routes, but just, it's so dumb. It's so dumb. I don't like it. Because I feel like there's a lot of things that make a lot of... See, the thing is, I'm sure every story has its own different things, but the problem is, when you do something like this, there's no canon story. It's like you have to piece all together the details yourself, but the details change because of the professor's influence. I can only imagine what type of character Claude is like if you're not on any route that's his. Like, I wonder if he gets character assassinated like other characters. Like, it's a shame that it's like the game doesn't seem to care about other major characters if it's not in their story route, but like, oh my god, it's just like, okay, see, I have obviously everyone knows I have a massive love for RPGs. No, that's not what I'm saying. No, that's not what I meant by that, though. I'm not saying that would ruin other routes. That's him dying on screen. I meant like, I didn't finish that plot, I'm sorry. I meant like, actually exploring and fleshing out his character in this arc would spoil details of his arc if you don't play it. But the thing is, those arcs can be massively different because of the influence of the professor of Byleth. Like, Byleth could literally tip the scales of all of the stories with he or she's involvement in that part of the story. So it's not spoiling anything. But then they chose to half-cheek everyone else's stories except the one you're focused on. It's like, but in an RPG, you get those insights of the good guys, the bad guys, the behind-the-scenes stuff. Like, a good RPG addresses all of that in one solid story. And it's like, I don't know. I get the appeal of picking your route and picking your characters, essentially, to build up. There's fun building in that. But at the same time, it's like, it makes a story suffer. And I feel like, when it's an RPG, if your story is suffering, I think you're doing a bad job. Like, gameplay-wise, it is fun, but, like, I think it would be more fun, you know... I always preferred RPGs rather than having to recruit characters early on like that. Like, you actually recruit them mid-battle. Like, it would make a lot more sense, say, to try and recruit some of these characters after the time skip, and then, you know... for whatever reasons or not, you know, there could be a whole different mechanic in place of trying to recruit people mid-fight rather than actually kill them or something. I don't know. Rather than having to build your own your cast, and then it's clear that because of such a big cast, not all characters are created equal, and not all characters are written equally either. Have a good night, Sora. But it's just like, I feel like this game's story would probably be a lot better if you told a more cohesive story. And maybe, say, for example, you could control the influence of other things. Like maybe during the school arc, maybe if you explore different instances with characters in the school life, you can influence whether or not they join you later in the story, or whether or not you can literally say, you know, because you maybe tried to do something with Dimitri earlier in the game, you might be able to get through to him. Or maybe if, say, Byleth would defeat Dimitri, you know, it could knock sense into him. Maybe depending on who you fight with who, could depend on that kind of thing. And then you'd actually have to write better characters for different characters, I guess. I'm just like, there's no reason to make important characters to the overarching story so washed out and unimportant because of the sake of splitting the story into 3 parts. Or 4, technically, I guess. It's just like... See, this is the thing. Like, I do like it. I do like this game. I don't know how I feel about it being a good first impression for the entire series, but I have played some of Radiant Dawn. But, like, it's just like... There's so much potential here, especially with the Golden Deer characters, with how well this cast is written, and how it's like I like the different types of interactions, the combinations of which characters are in which situations. But then it's like you look at other situations and like some of these, I don't know. It's like it just feels like this game has a lot of potential and just as much missed opportunity. Because the way that they divided the game into 3 or 4 separate story routes. And I just don't really like how that works, because it's like, it'd be one thing if you had played through all the different story routes and you unlocked, say, a more unified, true ending, no matter however the writers decided to do it, but like, I don't know. Because I don't like a story where it basically gives you 3 or 4 options and say, pick the one you want, that's your technical canon. Forget all the rest. And it's just like... I don't know. I get how that probably could happen in real life or something like that. You're not for that event, so it's not irrelevant to you. But at the same time, as an overarching story, and for an RPG, that's a big deal to me. When your story has such gaping holes like that. I don't want to have to play the same story 3 to 4 times over to just piece together all the details, but still not have a solid story, you know? Right, yeah, but yeah, the unified story was sold as a DLC add-on, and you had to pay more for it, is the ridiculous part. Now, like, that's like saying if Fire Emblem 3 Houses existed as 3 or 4 separate video games. That would never fly. Especially not at $60 a pop. That'd be insane. You wouldn't expect that from people. It's just dumb. I don't... It flew in Fates. Yeah, and you know what? Most people don't think of Fates very well, as far as I remember. They were definitely capitalizing off of the Awakening hype, for sure. But, I don't know. It's dumb. It's dumb. I don't say I dislike the game. I dislike the choices. I'm disappointed in how they are handling the different splitting paths of the stuff. I feel like you could take all this context clues of the different things together and make one solid, cohesive story that makes more sense. But then it's almost like it's just deciding to choose what you prefer, but then it's still leaving so many things unanswered. Even if you just pick a route and say, to me, that's the canon ending. Because there's no canon ending, because apparently freaking 3 Houses is just another, basically pulls a freaking Age of Calamity on you, or no actual definitive answer to anything. It's just another spin-off where, screw the story, we're just making content right now. And that's kind of what it feels like with a lot of games nowadays, where it's like, screw the story, it's content time. And that's what it feels like it is in so many games. And it hurts so much more when you see that happen to RPGs. Xenoblade is one of probably the few modern RPGs I've played that doesn't say, screw the story, it's content time. They do both. And even if it was a non-canon, fun little collaboration of stuff, I would freaking kill for a Xenoblade Warriors. There's a big enough cast for that. Xenoblade 2 has enough for a Warriors cast alone. Just for a fun thing. Except specifically on matters related to Riku. Well, they were definitely freaking DLC baiting for sure with that one. But that's still almost in a way hinting to you before they announce it. We've got more to tell you. We've just got a little bit more. Just don't forget. Don't forget me. And that's what. And then the DLC comes out, and I haven't played it yet. So Watch, he's still gonna be a series mystery years later. He probably is. But, like, I don't know. RPGs is one of the few genres I really hold dear to me, and it's so hard to watch gaming culture just ruin RPGs. Or maybe not ruin it, but it's just like, it's trying to do things that RPGs really probably aren't known for. And there's a good way to do that and a bad way to do it, and I'm just not sure how I feel about Three Houses yet. It's like, it's so... Patrick's a playable character. The unforgettable. It's like the freaking lore of the very first Elden Ring boss is a tutorial, which is just a regular enemy. But he has a title, and I love it. First boss, I don't know. It's just, it's hard because it's like when I go in, that's the thing. The major thing I go into an RPG for, experience-wise, is purely a great story experience. Because to me, RPGs are like the way games can best tell a story because of the way that they're structured. And gameplay, to me, comes second. Because it's like, it's not the gameplay that's the major focus on an RPG. It's the story. It's the world setting. It's all of that stuff. And I feel like Three Houses leans more into the gameplay than the story half of things, because of the way this is all presented. And it's the structure of it. It doesn't feel like an actual RPG. It feels like, well, what it is, a modern RPG, where just, you know, it's that's what I mean. So it kind of bothers me. Persona 5, the Persona games, Persona 5 in particular, kind of do the similar thing too, but they're kind of like a subgenre in a sense of themselves. Like they're like two genres together, but one doesn't take away from the other. In this case, I feel like the build your own army aspect, pick your own path aspect hurts the rest of the RPG aspects that this game has to offer. It's like they wanted to try to get RPGs to appeal to other gamers that don't like RPGs, and I feel like this is just, I don't know. It's not unfun. It's just, I feel like I put so much time into this game, and I feel like I haven't gotten a real RPG experience because I feel like my experience is being padded out by tons of unnecessary gameplay. Like, the student building aspect of this thing, like the month-long system thing, I feel like if you just took this game and kept it just pure levels based on pure mission, like a classic Fire Emblem game, or just like another RPG where, like, maybe you travel to location to location and maybe level up in between things like that, it would feel a little bit better. But because it feels so bloated with the school aspect that it's just... Echoes was on the 3DS, right? That's the one with the prince and the princess duo, right? Okay. I saw that and it looked interesting, but I was never able to get it. I maybe I'll look around on the 3DS for... Oh, I didn't know if they were prince and princess. I do know they were dual protagonists, though. I thought they were brother and sister. At the very least. I don't know. I'll have to look into it sometime. I don't know. It's just like... I'm not upset with this game, but it's making choices that I'm just disappointed in it with. Like, killing off Dimitri off-screen, even if he wasn't the focus of the story path, is a massive disservice for him. That would be like if I got to the final boss and, say, Dimitri was there and had killed Edelgard while we were getting there. And then, you know, like, oh, there's no boss. Even if story-wise it makes more sense for Edelgard to die to Dimitri or whatever the thing is. Alm and Celia. Okay, yeah. Well, I definitely was thinking of the one with Celia on the cover, the green-haired kid and the red-haired girl. I think. It definitely wasn't Sacred Stones. It was definitely a 3DS game. I'm pretty positive it was Echoes I was thinking of, but I'm just. Ugh. All right. I mean, the hard part is This game's multiple path system is not making me excited to play other paths to learn the whole story. It's making me more angry that it's expecting me to dump in 4 times the amount of time to get those answers. Because I keep thinking, like, we're getting close to the end of the game. And it's like, this game's pacing is awful. I really don't like this game's pacing. Oh, God. I get that you can beeline through it, but, like, that's if you know what you're doing, and you're not taking the time to... Oh, God, it's just frustrating. It's frustrating, and I in a way, I'll be happy when this game is finished. I think because of the sake of how streaming stuff is go, I probably won't be streaming any other paths. Maybe. I don't really know. I don't really know how to approach this game. It's like I feel like it's messing with my time. When I first saw that you had like several hundred hours on this game, and I'm like, Iceland, what are you doing playing this game so much? And I'm like, now I get it. It expects you to put in 100 hours on your first playthrough, and it's like, you want the whole details? Do it again 3 more times. And it's like, that's just sounds frustrating. That doesn't sound like something I want to do. It's just like, sure, if you have a personal thing for feeling that story yourself and not having someone else explain it to you, then fine. I can respect that. I don't respect this game's lack of respect for people's time in this day and age. I hate that gaming culture thinks every single game has to be 80 plus hours with multiple replays and several hundred hours after that to commit to something. I'm looking at you, Persona 5. Whereas games that are actually really super fun and enjoyable aren't long enough. Like, say, ironically, Persona 5 Strikers. That game's gameplay was so much fun that I didn't get to play the game enough in it because of how the game is paced. The customizable students are really fun. I do like it. Just skip the months at this point. You're hard classic. Well, I'm hard casual, so. But I know that's what you meant when you said that. Sure. That's why I've been kind of rushing through the missions just to finish them as quick as possible and not really siphon them for EXP. It's not really been as big of a deal. Especially with the EXP buffs I keep getting. So that's what I mean. I could have seen myself playing through the other paths off screen and then till it to the point where I unlocked a true path and then maybe did a true path on like the hardest difficulty possible as a stream idea. But when none of the paths are necessarily canon, what does it matter? You can just skip the whole one? Man, okay. I guess I can keep that in mind. But if I'm not... But I do feel like I'm losing out on stats if I do that. I still want to try and raise the characters up, but maybe I should just only do one exploration. Do the one exploration, do one battle per month if there's anything good, and then just do the same runner routine over and over. Oh, I see it. That's the thing. I'm not bored with this game. I just feel like it's just drawing itself out. I still want to naturally and organically play the game. It doesn't mean I'm not going to call criticism where I feel like it's due. At least on my personal feel of the game. I know other people probably do not agree with how I feel about it. I think mostly because it's mostly because my opinions are slightly jaded because it's a streaming experience right now. And RPGs are always really difficult to stream because, especially modern ones, because of how much of a waste of time they can be. It's like, I don't mind spending a ton of time into a game if I feel like I'm actually spending time in the game. Whereas it feels like some of the stuff in this game is feeling padded out. And mostly just because I think it would have been better for the whole school period to be the building section, and then the rest of the game just be, like, once the war starts, just battle after battle. Like, oh, you did all your prep time before the war happened. Now you don't have time for that, and that would feel more realistic in the story setting. The monthly mission already felt kind of weird as it was paced, but it doesn't feel realistic to wait a whole freaking month to do anything in this game. Realistically, the Empire would have that fortress refortified in a couple of days. If you waited a whole month, it's over. It's just stuff like that. It's just weird. It's weird choices that makes the story suffer in it. I don't know. I know we're getting closer to the end. I'm sure we are. Maybe we are. I don't know, man. It just feels like forever. But we're going faster because before it took me 2 streams to get through a chapter thing, but I think it's getting down to 1. Yeah, it's the fact that it's still a school mechanic. Yeah, too committed to the gimmicks is where the game starts to suffer for me, personally. Alright, I think I'm done ranting for today because it's 2 a.m. and I'm gonna have to probably be in bed within an hour to try and keep my sleeping schedule, so. Should have taken that out for some better writing. For sure. The whole first half of the game, I can understand the writing pacing and stuff because it's setting you up for something that's going to happen way later. But after the freaking battle at the monastery, the big one, it really should have changed pace. But they're like, nope. Well, I heard Engage was still really fun and enjoyable, so, you know, if I can get Engage for cheap, I may still pick that up and try that. As long as it's not like a full 80-hour experience that feels like it disrespects my time. I hear Engage is like a can of worms, but it's like it's a fun can of worms, so maybe I won't mind it too much. Going in knowing it doesn't fully take itself seriously is always a good sign. Well, a good sign for. And maybe I'll play the 3 Hopes if I again pick it up cheaply and feel so inclined. But I'm not necessarily chomping at the bit to play another Fire Emblem game right after this. Like I said, the next 2 RPGs I already have planned, and that's the DLC for Xenoblade and Octopath 2. I haven't planned any other RPGs past that, so you know, we'll see what I'm feeling once we get to that point. I don't want to jump too far ahead. Neither of those, that's actually kind of a good feeling. I'm kind of okay if Octopath, you know, respects my time and isn't nearly as long as this. So and you know what? Okay, here's one more thing before I leave for tonight. If this game has so many routes in it, it has 4 routes. Good 20 or 30. I've lost track of how many streams this game has been. But Octopath definitely, like every single stream when I streamed it before, felt like something good and intense was happening. Or at the very least, I was exploring something really fun. But with this, you know, the pacing is what's messing me up. Already hit 30? I'll have to double check. I'll double check on YouTube after this. But like, if the game is going to give you multiple routes, so you're insinuated you need to play through the game multiple times to get the full context, but still not technically the full story, then the game did not need to be padded out to be as long as this is. Like, I feel like this game could have probably already concluded and not really suffered story-wise for it. Like, you could have probably made this game at least a third of its length because they would expect you to replay it. So I feel like this game is unnecessarily longer than it needs to be, considering the fact that there's multiple routes. If it was a single playthrough, I could understand it. I could understand it if it was one single route and you wanted to get your story and money out of it. That makes more sense in this gaming age. But when you have 3 or 4 routes, respect my time and don't make me spend 100 hours or whatever. Because we're at like 80 hours right now. Not counting me sitting at menus because I don't save how long we sit at the menus. I figured Engage wouldn't be super long. What I've heard. I don't know about Echoes. If Echoes is 3DS, it'd be kind of hard to play. If I can't get it physically, maybe get an emulated stream of it. One route in this game is longer than all of most Fire Emblems. See, that's what I mean. You didn't need to do it this way. You didn't need to go this hard. You didn't need to put this much in here when you had so much already to give. I would have preferred one route, completely nicely fleshed out, that utilizes all of the characters. But we get the pick your own adventure thing, and because whenever that happens, it seems in video games they always suffer for it. I just need to get some time to sit down and figure out the emulation stuff. It's probably not that difficult. I just haven't had the time. I'm too busy playing the games I do have and not having enough time to do my other hobbies. For me, it's like 2 a.m. already. I need to sleep in an hour and on my day off, and I feel like I just did not get much done. That's kind of why the days with Sonic would have been nicer, because the streams are shorter and they just, I don't know. But this is my fault for playing RPGs on stream. This is what happens to me. This is what happens. Maybe I should start really only playing RPGs on stream that people actually really want to see, or I truly, really want to play on stream. No, you're fine! You're fine! It's just like, I don't know. I'm not so much worried about, like, trending and engagement. It's just like... I don't know. It can be tiring playing really long games. No, it's been a fun experience. I've liked it. It's just I don't think I realized how long of an experience it would be. But when you can only play it once a week, what are you gonna do? You know, it's not really the intended pace you're probably meant to play this game at. There's just not much I can do about it. Almost as bad as Persona 5. I know, when I played that stream on stream twice, I think like the only thing that really was worth playing it on stream for was just some of the reactions. And maybe getting Ramirez hooked on the series, for better or worse. Oh, it'll be alright. It'll be alright. I'll just... And there's the thing, I didn't even finish Dragon Quest XI. Man, it's been a while since I haven't finished an RPG, and Dragon Quest XI is memorable in that way. I don't know when I'll ever go back to that game. I'm not sure. A lot of people have said the best part of Dairy Queen 11 is literally the last part of the game that I didn't play. So I don't know. It's like, to be honest, I am super curious to see what else that game has, but like, I'll probably completely forget why I didn't. I'm not yet, because some of the freaking Dragon, and it's hard to feel as engaged to play it too, because a couple of the streams did not survive the VOD wipeout, so I think it's in there somewhere. I just don't know where. Just RPGs with missed potential. People were saying that Dragon Quest XI was one of the best RPGs of all time with how that story played out, and I'm like, bro, how? I don't see it yet. That's what I mean. Like, even if the last third of that game is if the third arc of that game is absolutely a banger arc, it's still gonna be really bad of an RPG because how bad the first 2 arcs are. The first arc is okay, and the second arc is awful. Play Xenoblade Gigaweebs. Alright. I'm gonna actually head out now. I've been talking for 20 minutes and complaining about RPGs of the modern time, so anyone watching this on a VOD back later, I apologize. Or you're welcome if you found it interesting. I will be back probably Monday with more Sonic, and then... yeah. I don't know. I didn't really think my schedule was just going to be Sonic and Fire Emblem, but you know, I haven't even played anything in between. It's just like, I don't know. It's been kind of hard to keep the schedule going through. Anyway, have a good night, guys. I will see you guys Monday for sure. Maybe another night this weekend if I feel so inclined. Have a good one. I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye, everybody.